Hello, what's up? It's been a long time since I did a makeup video, and as you can see, if you recognize this look, I decided to do a look based on Bayonetta 3 on Cereza, and I did this mainly because I wanted to rant a little bit about the game, how I felt about it, and it wasn't like the best energy I had, I have to be honest with you, but it's because I did feel a lot of things because of the game. Spoiler alert, there are more kind of negative things than positive things in this video regarding my opinion, so yeah. But if you're willing to watch it, if you want to see how I created this look, you can watch. If you don't care about the game at all and you just want to see how I did this, you can always mute it or play it like with twice the speed. I don't know. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I do want to ask really kindly of all of you. English is not my first language, so I might have some mistakes here and there. Please, if you do not agree with my opinion, it's totally fine, but I just want no hate or no attacking on this video. It's not my intention to make anybody feel offended by anything. I really don't think I offended anybody with my opinion, and yeah, I mean, I respect everything that's been done with the game. I did not agree with some of the things at first, but it's what we have, so there's nothing I can do about it. If you do agree with me, good. If you don't, it's fine as well. I mean, that's why the internet exists. So I hope you enjoy this really long ass video. I will probably put background music of me playing the piano because I'm a musician. This is my real channel. This is like an alternative thing I do very once in a while. So if you want to check out covers that I've done from Bayonetta, you can check it out. And yeah, let's stop this and I will just show you how I did this. And yeah, oh yeah. Of course, I'm not dressed as Bayonetta, I'm not wearing a wig or anything. This is just a very... The multiverse is a thing, so let's call this Bayonetta from a third world country who really likes symphonic metal and Japanese rock and just felt like doing her makeup. Yeah, so enjoy. Hello, so I know this is not the best lighting, but it's what I can do. I also was not planning on recording with my phone, but I don't have batteries for my camera, so it is what it is. So it's been a long while, so I'm sure that I'm not used to this anymore, so I will try to do my best. And yeah, as I said on the intro, these are just my opinions, and yeah, I will talk a little bit about the things that I liked and what I did not like from the game, as I do Bayonetta inspired makeup because I still love the character, you know. It doesn't matter what they decided to do with the story. Yeah. Also, if this is the first time you see me, and it probably is because I normally do not show my face on YouTube doing this. I instead show myself doing other things like music covers, and I actually did a Bayonetta 3 one, and I will put that somewhere over here so you can check that out. So yeah, English is not my first language, so I'm sorry if I do not speak perfectly. It is what it is, and I do my makeup with my fingers, and that might be stressful for some people, so if you don't like that, I'm very sorry. And yeah, I mean, these are just opinions and everybody has their own opinions, so yeah. I will start by saying that I already did my brows and I put the contact lenses on, and I think that's obvious. I never wear anything on my face besides that. Only when I have to sing live or whatever, I use foundation, but this is not the case today, and I'm trying to make my skin suffer the less as possible because it's been suffering quite a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna start priming my eyes with like this eyeshadow base that is quite basic. I don't have many products because in my country you can't find anything that you find online, and we don't have a proper mailing service, so I don't order anything online. So the things that you're going to see are very old. Some brands, well, a specific brand might not be like a very popular one, but it is what I have, so yeah. Anyways, let's start talking about what we wanted to do today, which is Bayonetta 3. Yes, let's do it while I do my eyeshadow. And I'm going to do a look inspired by Zereza, as you already saw on the intro. Yeah, the good things about the game. It's smoother, like the way you can, the gameplay is smoother. And oh my god, I do have a mirror there I'm going to use because I just cannot. So I'm sorry if you cannot see that well. I'm going to try to do my best. This is the palette that I'm using, and I like to do old sparkly looks, so yeah, I'm using this. I'm so sorry because it's been over a year or two that I do makeup videos, so yeah, I only do short ones, reels and stuff, so yeah. The thing is that the gameplay is smooth, and I liked it because it's very, like, everything's really fast. I think the game's really fast-paced somehow. I feel that they did a good job with that. I feel that, well, Bayonetta herself feels different from the moment you start using her. And I mean, from the very first teaser when I saw her hairstyle was like that. Well, this is obviously Cerecita from Game 1, like, yeah. But she did not feel heavy, but she did not feel as light as Bayo 2, I guess. So, well, I had just played Bayonetta 2 like twice before starting Bayonetta 3, so that was obviously my point of reference. And I mean, it was okay. I did not think the game was hard at all. But I did play in normal because I did want to enjoy the story, and then I assumed I was going to play in harder modes. But I have to be honest, when I've won the game, I turned it off in Raged, and I haven't played it since, so I don't know if that's going to happen. The thing about difficulty is that a game can be hard or easy if you give too many things, items. For example, I feel they should have put like the limit on the lollipops, because I had an infinite amount of green lollipops and I was like, I will never die. And guess what? I never died. I mean, I think I did die in like one stage. I can't even remember anymore because it's been 10 days or something. Yeah, I think it's been like almost 2 weeks since I won the game, so I don't remember everything, like exactly, so yeah, I'm sorry about that. The thing is that I just want to let out all of my feelings. Well, anyways, the game did look nicer in some ways, but sometimes it didn't. Like, I don't understand what they did with the whole graphic thing, because there were some parts, especially, I cannot recall what they were saying specifically, but it was a scene between Bayonetta and Luca, and I think she said something like, oh, you're so, I wanted to see you, or I like you this way, or something. I do not remember that well. But the thing is that they made, like, they zoomed in Luca's face, and he looked like really PlayStation 1 graphics, and I was like, and this took 8 years, you know? So those were some things that hurt me, because I'm gonna use this for the priest kind of thing. My eyes, I think, are kind of hooded, like semi-hooded. I have no idea. The thing is that I do this for my eye shape and I try my best. So yeah. The thing is that this is for depth, and yeah, the graphics weren't the best. And I mean, I do not expect the game to look like God of War Ragnarok, okay? I mean, I do not expect that. But I thought that they were going to do like a better job than... I mean, I did like Bayonetta 2 and the graphics. I think those looked pretty well. I mean, it was fine. But I don't know what happened with Bayonetta 3. Some things looked really good, some things did not. But well, that's what we got, so that's it. Another thing that, I mean, bothered me was the fact that Bayonetta herself, her personality felt really different. I was a bit stressed out because you didn't feel like she was, of course, she was not the Bayo from 1 and 2. I actually thought that Bayo from 1 was the same Bayo from 2, but apparently she's not. Okay. The thing is that the personality of Cereza was strange. She didn't talk much, and I was like, I never connected with her on a level that I connected with the OG Bayo. That's what I'm gonna call her. I know that there are tons of people calling the Bayonettas different names, but I honestly cannot deal with it because I think it's overly complicated for a game that I did not realize was as complicated. So I don't think you can see anything regarding... I need to deepen this up, and I'm going to deepen it up with a little bit more of this shade and at the tiniest bit of black, but like the tiniest as I continue. So yes, the thing is that I did not feel connected with Cereza at all. And this has nothing to do with the voice actress because I think she did a good job. I will not discuss anything controversial because there have been wars on the internet about it, and I do not really want to have like fights with anybody because this is just my opinion and whatever. But this has nothing to do with the voice actress doing a good or a bad job. The tiniest amount of black. Oh, okay, just to deepen. Okay. That's better. I guess you can see that better. Yeah, so the voice actress did a good job, but it didn't feel enough because I felt that she barely talked. And that's something that made me question why they did such choices for Bayonetta. Like, what happened? What did the writers want with her? Because she really didn't talk much. What was the point of making Bayonetta so, I don't know the word in English, but she felt really disconnected in many things. Like, I feel she never connected with any of her other versions, and I mean, I guess I can kind of understand if this is Cerecita, little Cerecita from Bayo 1, and Bayonetta was always very strict with her, like, don't cry, I don't like crying children and stuff like that. Maybe she just, like, she doesn't express much. I don't know. I'm trying to make an excuse for something that I just didn't like much. So yeah, the thing is that I cannot believe that she saw her other selves die, and even she had to kill her own mother from another dimension, and she did not seem like too affected by it. And I won't even mention the Jean thing because that's been like what people are most enraged about, and my personal opinion won't matter for what's the thing that we were shown in the game. I am a Bayo Jean stan, but I also understand and accept that Bayo Luca is a thing. You know, I mean, I was pretty shocked with how they managed to do it because I don't think they wrote anything correctly. They could have developed it way better. But I do not want to discuss that because I've read too many negative comments about it, and people are really nasty, and it doesn't matter what I think, it doesn't change the fact that Bayoluca is canon, and it can be canon. It was canon in this universe, and it might also mean that it's canon in every universe, and people have to accept it, even though the ship that I felt was more organically written did not happen. And that's a fact, and I'm okay with it. I was not okay with it for a long time, but I accept it, and I'm fine. I mean, I don't think people are too good at accepting things, because things happen in a bad way. Why did this happen in a bad way? The moment the story started to become boring to me and I stopped being hyped, because I must tell you, Bayonetta is my favorite video game saga in the world. And I waited 8 years for something that now I think that didn't even need to be released. I think talking about a multiverse, introducing so many characters and not seeing, and like leaving the original lore behind, might have been a mistake. I mean, they could have done a multiverse thing with Bayo from Bayo 1, and if they are really going to say that Bayo from Bayo 2 is another Bayonetta, okay, let's make a story with them, with the three of them, and include Inferno, include Paradiso, include Lumen Sages. I mean, I am beyond shocked that Lumen Sages are not a thing at all in this game, and I'm like, does this mean that in every single universe Baldur does not exist at all? Why throw away the story of Umbra Witches and Lumen Sages? Because that's what we had the very first two games, and that's developed, you know. I'm like, that's something I did not like, because I feel Baldur is one of the best characters in this saga, even though I'm like extremely hyped for the Umbra Witches and stuff, but Baldur is such an interesting character, and I do not understand how it was really random. In every stage you could literally find it was kind of like an Alfheim portal kind of thing, and you could fight random angels. That made no sense to me, and Rodan felt like such a side character. He did not have any type of reason to exist in the game, because he didn't even give you the weapons. In this game, you had to kill your other selves to get the weapons. That does not feel correct with me. And that's when I realized that I was not going to enjoy this as much. The first Bayo we meet, not the first one from the prologue, but Tokyo Bayo, yeah, her. I felt she was the one who had more story development per se. That's the one that you felt a connection with, I feel. The other Bayos were totally a means to an end kind of thing. Like, I kill her, I get her demon, I get her weapon, and that's it. And I totally forgot that I'm doing my makeup, so let's continue doing that, because I'm getting like heated. Anyways, I'm going to put more sparkles, this and this. So yeah, I love sparkle. So yeah, the thing is that the fact that the other Bayos were only used for weapons, for them to become weapons and more demons, were like, I cannot. Also, I did like the fact that you could use the demons, but I felt the game tried to make too many mechanics, and I felt overwhelmed. I did not need combos for each demon. I almost never summoned a demon. I only summoned the demon when I was playing with Viola, because she was fucking hard to use. She was hard to use. that's all I'll say. Her as a character, yeah, she was clumsy, she was haha, but this did not feel correct because the game itself, I mean, the first two Bayonettas were ridiculous, over the top, and it worked. Because I felt it didn't take itself that seriously, but when they decided to introduce a multiverse and everything seemed to have this really serious tone, things started to get messy. And Viola trying to be like the comic relief of it all felt really... I did not sit well with it. And her only having one weapon was fucking stupid, and only being able to parry her with her. Well, no, it was not a good choice for me. I mean, I feel you could even skip those chapters because she did not do anything for the story. Anything. Not even the final battle when she tries to do something. Singularity comes and just traps her as all the other babes, and I was like, girl, you're fucking useless. I am very sorry. So yeah. Also, I felt it was really lazy to try to incorporate a new supernatural being the fairies, I guess. I would have liked, if they were going this way, they should have hinted that Luca was a fae since game 1. That's all I'll say. I mean, it's fine if they're together, it's fine, they have a daughter, but give it a reason, like explain how come Luca is a thing. He appears twice in the game, I guess, and you don't understand anything, and then at the very end, supposedly all the Lucas are one, but they never give you enough story while playing. You have to read. I mean, we know as Bayonetta fans that we have to read in order to get more lore. But I don't think it's correct that we have so many important things just written and barely. I will be a bit ignorant here because, as I told you before, I did turn off the game and I decided not to read the rest of the things that you have about Lucaon or anything. But I would have loved that the game explained to me via gameplay, cutscenes, or whatever, that this was always a thing. Why wasn't Luca a Lumen Sage, for example? That would have been better because we've been introduced to Lumen Sages, and it would have been interesting for him as a character to discover that he is part Lumen, for example. And that would have made sense, I guess. But to introduce a whole new supernatural being that doesn't make much sense, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's lazy writing. I'm going to use this for this part of the eye. I feel that I would have preferred more development of Luca in both games instead of making him like the random dude who pops up out of nowhere, because Bayonetta did not take itself so seriously. So I was not wondering how come Luca appears out of nowhere. But it's funny because he does funny things, you know? So for me, he was like the comic relief-ish, you know? But this game made him so damn serious out of all of a sudden, and I was like, the fuck is happening here? Like, why is this a thing? And why weren't we introduced to this way before? Like, he barely made an appearance in Bayonetta 2. I am very sorry. He was always treated like a babysitter because he babysitted little Cerecita in the first game, and then he barely appeared, and when he appeared he also got stuck with Loki. So I'm like, why all of a sudden you make this character so damn serious and like a supernatural being? And I'm like, I feel that even makes his storyline about his father being killed and everything just like meh, you know, because if he was really a fae, how come he never had like this urge, like this? How come his powers never awakened, for example, when he saw his father die? You know, there are so many things that could be written better, but I did see that the writers of this third installment were not the same as the ones from Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2. Of course, Hideki Kamiya is there, like, I don't remember if he was a producer, if he was just checking or everything. The thing is, he did greenlight everything. He said, okay, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing this. And I don't think it was written the best way. And I have to emphasize once again, we waited for 8 years. And I don't think we got what we deserved as fans. I mean, I am an extremely passionate fan, but I also accept the reality of things. So I'm fine. I'm fine about it, but I need to still talk about it because I feel everybody on the internet has so many opinions about it, and sadly, I've read more negative comments than positive comments on the story because it is poorly written, and that is something that, regardless of what you feel about the pairings, about Viola, about everything, I think they could have done better. And I need to talk about something else that always stuck in my mind as I was playing. The music in Bayonetta is something that I enjoyed a lot in both the first and the second game. The first one has the best music in my opinion, and the songs are catchier and better. And in this third game, there were some games that felt really near automata to me. I love Drakengard and Nier. I love those games. I mean, I really love those games. And many times in Bayonetta, I had some songs that felt very Nier or Drakengard-like. I'm not sure if I like that because I felt that I was playing Bayonetta mixed with Nier sometimes because of the music. Specifically, there was a boss battle. I cannot remember when or where it happened, but you had to go with one of the demons, I guess, to the very center of the bad guy, and it looked like a flower, and I thought of Drakengard 3 immediately, and I was like, I don't know if I like this, because as much as I love Nier and Drakengard, and I understand why the stories are the way they are and why the games are the way they are, I was not expecting to play Bayonetta feeling like I was playing Nier. Because once again, I have to tell you, Bayonetta for me was a game that uplifted me, that made me feel happy, because it was over the top, it was ridiculous, and it made me laugh. Of course I felt sad with things, with the story, but overall, I felt weird, sad with many parts of this new game, because I felt it was too somber sometimes, and I was like, I don't want to play Nier Automata as I'm playing Bayonetta. I don't know if anybody will feel the same way, but I guess it's because I felt very connected with the music in Nier, and some songs in the Bayonetta 3 soundtrack sound very Nier. So yeah, that is something that made me feel weird as well. Something I did like though, I'm going to line my eyes. I don't know how this is going to look on video, but I'm going to try my best, but I have to be like super close to the mirror like this, so let's see. Anyways, what I was saying, something that I really liked about the game, and I guess will become my favorite demon ever, is Baal. It's because I'm a singer, okay? And I felt like that was so Fifth Element, and I loved it. The battle with Baal, I was like, girl, I need a dress like that, I need to do that, I need to do it, you know? I'm not much of a cosplayer. I actually did cosplay Bayonetta for the first time in my life, like this one, because it was like the easier version for me to do, because dress and everything. I will pop a picture there, and it's like a spoiler of the look, but I mean, you saw it on the intro already, so whatever. The thing is that I'm not wearing a wig today. And yeah, the thing is that ball, oh my god, I loved it. That I did love, and I was really hyped. I also liked the story of Egyptian Bayonetta and Jean. I like that they are always fated to be together regardless of what their personalities are, but where there's a Bayo, there's a Jean, and I like that. Even though we didn't have much story, we did have a little bit more of story in Egyptian Bayonetta, with Jean being the OG Argive, supposedly. But that Argive Argadam bullshit. It's the easy way out, I guess. They could have done so many things if they stuck to the 3 Bayonettas from the previous games and Lumen Sages. I mean, it would be interesting to see female Lumen Sages maybe, and male Umbra Wizards. Is that a word for a male witch? Sorry. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just feel disappointed that I waited for 8 years for something that I feel that I wish it didn't exist at this point, because of how lazy the writing was. That's the real thing. So yeah. I'm sorry for the angle if it looks too bad. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best here, because I want to show you how I do this makeup, because I do love this makeup. And I do like Bayonetta still. I mean, I will never stop loving Bayonetta because it's my favorite game ever. But I wish they made better decisions when it comes to writing the story of the game. It's sad to see. Oh, another thing that I did like was Jean's side missions. But I think they should have not done every single side mission the same. They could have done like 2 side missions in Metal Gear style, all the CQC thing. I did scream like, what type of Metal Gear is this? I love it, and blah blah. But yeah, it became boring afterwards. And I wish that, sorry, I cannot speak right now, just okay, I did a lot. I needed concentration for that part, because anyways, I wish that if the former Bayonetta voice actress said, if the Jean game spin-off is a reality, I truly hope it's Bayonetta style, like you use her as if you were using Bayonetta, and that it happens in the 500 years where Bayonetta was locked up in a casket or something like that. I do not want something that does not resemble Bayonetta, and I don't know. So yeah, I really love Jean as a character, and I felt truly offended with the way they decided to kill her. It was the most stupid decision. How is this possible? First of all, Singularity and Dr. Sigurd, it was true obvious from day one. Tilda Swinton person lookalike. It was obvious he was the bad guy. Like, I actually felt so offended with the fact that Jean seemed so naive that she did not realize that this person was Singularity, you know? And I'm like, girl, come on. And come on, backstab with a lightsaber? What the fuck? I mean, I know that this Jean might not be the Jean from the previous games as well. I'm sure. But come on, she's been in interviews, it's been said that she's even more powerful than Cereza. And I'm like, if she's more powerful, how the fuck did she get backstabbed with a fucking lightsaber? I cannot. I was so fucking pissed with that. I am very sorry. And I'm like, how can they treat Jean so badly in this game? I mean, like, I cannot. And yeah, another thing I did like, I'm all over the place in this video, so I'm very sorry if you don't like chaotic, because my brain goes all the way up. Yeah, my anxiety is like too much. The thing is, I did like the final battle because it was very over the top. But I cannot believe that this human, because at the very end, Singularity was a human. He had more powers than Jubileos and Aesir. I'm like, really? This human being with lots of experiments and homunculi and stuff, but I mean, this is all man-made. That's more powerful than freaking gods? No, I don't know. And to be honest, I feel that this is the thing that infuriated me the most, apart from the ending. I guess that this is because I'm a woman, but I always saw Bayonetta as someone who didn't need anybody else besides herself, or maybe Jean, and Baldur, because Baldur's her father, to give the final blow to the bad guy. But how is it possible that you are fighting this dude, and after 10,000 times that he's almost beaten, he's not beaten, and he's like, oh, guess what? I'm still alive. Oh, guess what? It doesn't matter if your 500 different selves come, they will not be strong enough to defeat me. How is it possible that you have thousands of Bayonettas? They could have all summoned their demons, and they could have made imagine having 1,000 super versions of Omne, or I cannot recall the name of the other huge best demon. I do not remember, I'm sorry. Come on. That could have been enough. Okay, and if they did not want to make the other Bayonettas as strong, which makes no damn sense to me, because Bayonetta is the strongest witch, I'm sorry. The moment when Bayo 1 and Bayo 2 appear, they should have also summoned their Madamas, and they could have made a new version of Madama, with the three of them together or something. And that could have been the final blow for that fucking asshole Singularity bitch, because I cannot believe that they did not make them strong enough. It makes no sense to me. And the fact that they needed Luca to give the final blow was offensive to me. I am sorry. It's offensive to me because he was never as important as he was in this game. And I mean, I do not like the fact that they needed him to help, being a new supernatural being introduced in a few chapters in a very lazy way. No. And everything felt so somber afterwards, because let's talk about the obvious, the thing that people seem to have disliked the most, and that I also disliked a lot, the ending. The ending was bad. The ending was depressing. The ending was infuriating, frustrating. Okay, she got dragged to hell with Luca. That sucks. And roll credits. Huh? Okay, the first credits, of course, but really. It did feel depressing, and it did not feel uplifting as in the other games. When you played Bayonetta, in the other games. If we're like, this game, I mean, I felt that way. When I played the first games, I felt so happy when I finished because this was so over the top, and I was like, this woman literally is the best because she can do everything by herself, and afterwards she's fucking dancing, and this makes no damn sense, and I love it. You know, in this game, yeah, the first credits start rolling and you see Ceresa's soul starting to dance. It's a very emotional dance, and me being an artist as well, I felt it, but I felt too damn sad, and I was like, I cannot believe that this is really happening, you know. So it is very sad with the very first dance, the credits and everything, and you are realizing she's gone to hell. Oh wait, how come Madama Butterfly was not the one to take her soul? I thought that the witches who you made the pact with were the ones who had to drag you into soul. Well, I'm not sure because I don't think it's written anywhere, and I'm very sorry if I don't have all my facts straight because I have not been reading much at all. So yeah, this is just my feelings. I'm pouring out my feelings, and yeah, I'm going to use my eyeliner for the waterline once this is a bit more dry so I can talk to you a little bit more. The thing is that she was dragged to hell by freaking Gomorrah, and I'm like, Gomorrah, I'm done with you. I'm like, I cannot. Anyways, yeah, you see the first credits, the dance, the song is too fucking sad, and it also made me feel very near because if you played Nier Automata, you know, ending E, spoilers for Nier Automata, a 5-year-old game, just in case. The final song also has choruses, like with kids, people, and this song was the same thing. I did not feel it suited the fucking game. I'm sorry, I don't know. Yeah, and then you have to use Viola, because of course you have to use her again, for one final battle which made no sense to me. With the heartless version of Cereza, because now we're in Kingdom Hearts suddenly, with her shadow version, and a Kraken demon. Okay. No, made no damn sense to me. And the fact that she afterwards was given the name Bayonetta also makes no damn sense to me. And the fact that we get another cutscene with Rodan and so making us understand that everything's back to normal. Why wasn't John there? But well, Enzo got his happy ending, so I guess that's fine. But the fact that Rodan is talking about how Luca's given him hell and stuff and shit like that, and because Rodan has to now be a fucking like parent figure to Viola, and the fact that Viola has Luca's scarf, Bayonetta's glasses. She looked fucking ridiculous. She looked bad. I'm sorry. And the fact that this is supposedly the new generation we're going to play as. To be continued in a new generation, with Viola being Bayonetta. I am very sorry, but even though I love this saga with my entire being, if the next game is Viola, I'm not playing. And it's just the way it is. It doesn't matter how much they make her evolve as a character. It doesn't matter how much they want to make her more mature, for example, like a more adult version of herself. I will never see Viola as Bayonetta because she's not Bayonetta. She is Viola. She is Viola. She is not Bayonetta. Period. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is to me. And I was really frustrated and I decided to just turn off the game and I haven't seen anything else since. I did see some spoilers about that book that I did buy, and I'm too lazy to find the keys or whatever you need for that, so yeah, I'm not doing anything of that. I did not feel that this game ended correctly. I felt that many things were rushed, and I felt that there were things that could have been written better and done better, as I've already said. Sadly, this is what we got, and I wish that we could have gotten a better thing because we waited for 8 years. I don't like the fact that Rodin is nothing in the game. He could have not appeared, and it would have been exactly the same. He did not do anything in the game, story-wise. You do have his fight, I saw that. But does it even make sense? I don't know. I do not like the fact that the music isn't as good as the other two, and that's a fact. When you played, of course, Bayonetta 1 is like, I guess, the best game out of the 3 in every sense. Mascara. They did a great job with the music. They did a great job with everything that they wanted to show in this game. I knew that, I did not take it as seriously either. When I played Bayonetta for the first time, and you are introduced to Cerecita and everything, and you're like, whoa, she's talking to her younger self. Well, that's fucked. That's probably going to make like an alternate universe kind of thing. But when Bayonetta was first released, we did not have multiverse things at all in pop culture. Right now, we do. Like, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is one of my favorite movies. And yeah, I think it's very hard to write a good story about a multiverse. I don't think it's an easy job. And I think I never imagined that Bayonetta had such a hard story to understand. I won't lie. There were times years ago where I saw videos on YouTube about Bayonetta having multiple timelines, and I was like, am I playing the wrong game? Am I playing another game? Because I didn't ever feel that this was so complicated. I did not. So I just felt too overwhelmed with everything that we had to kind of understand in this third game. I need to know if any of you ever felt that Bayonetta was a super complicated story. Because to me it was not. Because it was over the top, it was ridiculous, and that was it. There wasn't that much about it. But they decided to make it even more complicated with this third game. And I think that's sad. Because I do not think I feel like if they are going to explain things to me only by reading the extra things, I'm not interested. If I'm going to play a game that is going to give me extremely complex stories with multiple timelines, multiple universes, it has to be explained in-game. Otherwise, I would play something else. If I want a complicated story with multiverses and stuff and I need to read a lot, I'm going to play Final Fantasy or something. I don't know. Bayonetta is a game that you have to play and read, but I feel that in this game, you had to read too much. If you didn't read Strider's info, you wouldn't even be aware that he's Black Adam until the very end, where I guess he's called Black Adam by singularity, I think. So yeah, I'm going to put, oh no, I almost forgot the beauty mark. I'm going to do the beauty mark thing prepare myself for falsies, my lips, and I'm going to make some conclusions, even though I think I've been all over the place, so I'm very sorry. I always feel very weird with this. I never do it as prominent. I do have my own beauty marks, but of course they are not black. So I feel weird because it feels really obviously painted. Yeah. The pair of lashes I'm going to wear are these from Sephora that I got a long time ago, but I take really good care of my lashes, so they're still wearable. Yeah, I mean, I am very sorry if this video has been all over the place, because I just started talking and I didn't really write anything like a bullet list kind of thing in order to make this a little bit more coherent, so I'm really sorry about that. My energy is not the best either because I'm tired. I've been having extremely tiring weeks and I'm quite disappointed with the game. That's why I just wanted to do this. There are things that I did like about it, but sadly the negative things have overpowered the good things, the positive ones. So it's a shame. I'm not going to give the game any type of ranking, or like, I'm not going to give it a score or anything because that's really subjective. And if I were to give numbers to the game, I don't know. Because I mean, I liked some things, but I disliked more things than I liked. Sadly, the internet is really nasty, and I hope that people really are respectful if they ever see this, because this is way too long. I'm sure it's too long, and it might not be enjoyable for anybody. And if you just want to see the makeup, you can you can watch this like in like 2 times or whatever. The thing is that for me, I expected Bayonetta 3 to be an amazing game because I wanted it to be an amazing game, because I waited for 8 years, and I will say this every single time. I wanted Bayonetta 3 to be an awesome big game because I waited 3 years for something that was not amazing. I'm sad because I did not feel connected to the music at all. I'm sad because I did not feel connected to Cereza at all. I'm sad because I did not feel with anything that the story was giving me. I feel there were too many plot holes that were not concluded. I feel that Viola was not necessary. I'm sorry. I feel her character was not necessary, even though Cheshire was cute. He was cute. But I feel it was worthless. I feel that if she wasn't in the game, it wouldn't have affected anything. They could have still done multiverse things. They could have still introduced a new Bayonetta, but we already have 2 other Bayonettas. We did not need a Viola who is then called Bayonetta. Nah, not for me. I'm sorry. If you like her, it's fine. You can like her. But this is my opinion. These are my feelings. And yeah. Oh, I did not like her song at all. It felt very Metal Gear Revengeance to me. And once again, that game is cool. I did like it, and I love the music in the game because it suits the game. I feel that this song did not suit the game at all because Bayonetta did not have those type of songs. I don't know. But that's my opinion, because I will always talk more about music things because I am a musician myself. So yeah. Yeah. I don't think there's more than I can say. I will put my lashes on and I will show you the look with the lips as well. I felt like showing what I'm going to wear for my lips. Yeah, the lashes are on, but the glue is still, you can see it. It's this Maybelline I don't wear expensive stuff. I mean, I know some of the palettes that I used are expensive, but I haven't bought anything in a long time, so yeah, this is the shade I'm going to use, and I really like it because I feel it suits the whole look really well. Okay, so here's the finished look without the glasses, so you can see the makeup thoroughly. Sorry for the extreme zoom and imperfections on my face, but that is how it is. You can see I really enjoy these colors, and it looks really cute. I really like this look, so even though I do not like what they made with the game, the story, everything I've just talked about, I still enjoy the makeup I did. I still enjoy Bayonetta, and yeah, I mean, I don't want to be bitter. I just needed to do this out of maybe frustration, even though I've talked about it with my boyfriend, with my brother, with other fans, and yeah, most of them do agree with my point of view, but a lot of people are really intense, and some people attack others just because they have a different opinion. I don't think that's cool, but that's the internet, so yeah. I will show you the look with the glasses on and the whole fantasy, like this casual, short-haired Bayonetta kind of thing. So yeah, I'll be back and show you the final result. Yep, this is it with the glasses, and of course, the glasses do make everything very Bayonetta. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you saw the whole thing, bravo, because this is too damn long. I know it. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I don't know if I should call this a tutorial, but if you agree with me, fine. If you don't agree with me, that's fine as well. That's why we are free to say whatever we want on the internet, and I decided to do this just to let out my frustration a little bit, and it worked because I do feel lighter. I do feel better, and I do not feel as grim as I did when I was first doing this look. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you want to comment, just be really respectful, because opinions, everybody is entitled to their own opinion and their own beliefs. So I do not want to see fights on the comments or anything, if that even happens, because I don't think anybody will watch this. But yeah, be respectful and have a good day and enjoy, and I will put some pictures so you see everything better, because this lighting is just not good. So yeah, see you. Goodbye.